glasses on my head.
Glasses on.
Oh, it started.
Glasses on, glasses off.
Yeah, just making a few style choices here before we start. Hello everybody, this is Angela and Karen. Our two minds, welcome back after a long absence.
Very long absence.
We could talk about why the absence has been so long, but
Let's
actually
not.
I'm not sure why the absence has been so long. Let's just say busy women, shall we?
Yeah, let's say life gets in the way sometimes,
Sometimes it
doesn't
does,
Yeah.
Hypnotherapy is just like anybody else, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So we've had a lot of fun trying to get ourselves back into the podcast groove, haven't we?
We have.
But anyway, we're going to be
here.
We're going to be brilliant today, aren't we? Today we are.
We're here and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. What's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is we won't put this up on YouTube, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So often our podcasts end up with us giggling.
I do. We do giggle quite a lot. Yeah.
And we all know how good it feels actually to have a laugh. There's nothing quite like it really, is there, to make you feel a bit better, even if it's hysteria. But how many of us know the reasons that we actually feel so good when we laugh? So today our podcast perspective is laughter therapy.
It is.
Just on this occasion, Angela is the expert, me slightly less so. So I'm just going to ad-lib and chip in very helpfully.
You are. I'm expecting a lot from you. A lot of chipping. I'm expecting a lot of chipping.
Sounds like the sort of job that I can do. So, laughter therapy.
Laughter therapy. So yeah, it's actually brilliant. So I've been delving into the world of laughter therapy just recently, and did a whole qualification in it. So it's given me a really good overview.
You're our girl.
On how and why we laugh so much, and bringing the tools that this provides into the therapy room can really help people, help and support people. So that's what I've been doing. So I'm going to start off talking a little bit about our bodies and how they're such a they're a complex mix of different systems, which I think we all sort of know somewhere along the lines that we've got all these different systems, don't we?
Yeah.
But they're there to they're all there to complement and support us and to help us to remain as healthy and as strong and happy as possible. And you're going to like this one. So research, when they do research into laughter, both the effects it can have on us psychologically and physiologically, it's called gelatology.
I'm sure we can do something with that.
We can do something with that.
Gelatology. Okay.
And this has shown that our cerebral cortex, so the largest area in our brain, is the part of the brain that responds when it's faced with an amusing trigger.
Okay.
So that's where the response comes from.
Right.
And that's followed by the frontal lobe and the right hemisphere of the brain, which then sends information to the sensory processing area, provoking the physical reaction that we have to laughter.
Okay. So it's almost like a chain reaction, as it so often is in what happens to us. Yeah. Okay.
And you feel that, don't you, as well? You feel like the emotion and then the physical.
Yes.
You can really feel it. And so that's quite a simplistic sort of explanation of the process, but there are lots of other systems involved too, because obviously we've got other systems. So for instance, the limbic system, that's connected to our emotional states and involves the amygdala, which is responsible for flight or fight responses. I always want to say something else there, but we won't go into that.
Are you going to say it or no? No, okay. Just so I check.
But we won't go into that. But you, obviously, with the work that you do, certainly in hypnotherapy, you talk a lot about the amygdala and the
amygdala's a really big player, isn't it? And as you say, it's that fight or freeze. Neither of us can say it. This is going to be
you see, we haven't done this for a while.
Yeah, really, really important. And I mean, obviously, I'm stepping away slightly maybe from laughter therapy here, but in terms of how we respond to an external trigger, quite often danger in terms of the way that very primitive response. Yeah, so big player in terms of the way I talk. I mean, I'm usually talking about it in terms of an anger, anxiety or depression response, which is normally what we get when we trigger that part of the brain. And that is slightly different from what we're talking about today. But probably the one that I talk about the most in my work, I guess it would be probably the same for you too.
Yeah, sure. And then, so that's, I mean, plays a huge part, but it just goes to show that it's around the emotional states as well. So the different emotional states that there are based on whatever the trigger might be. And then we've got the lymphatic system, which is responsible for getting rid of all those toxins, so all those horrible things that hang around in our bodies and getting rid of those. So that's also part of it. The immune system, so everyone's immune system, which aims to, and doesn't always, but aims to keep us free from viruses. That's really important too. And also muscular and skeletal, so that system which is supporting our physical health, so that's involved too. And the cardiovascular system, supporting our blood flow, so that's also part of it. And when you think about it, I suppose, well, I'm going to say, when you laugh, you don't really think about the fact that it's affecting all of those systems.
No, and we're a lot more complicated than we realise, aren't we?
I think so. Yeah.
It all happens in a heartbeat, doesn't it? Our bodies, our brains are so clever, aren't they? Something happens and there's, just as I say, immediately this whole chain reaction of responses, maybe going through maybe even one or more of those systems that you've just outlined.
Yeah, certainly.
Okay, so well then what are the benefits then? We're talking about laughter therapy today and you've just outlined all of these systems that we have within us. So but what are the benefits in relation to those?
In relation to those? Yeah. So I think, first of all, laughter boosts our levels of endorphins. So there's such good transmitters, neurotransmitters around the body, and they can act as pain reliever, and a natural pain reliever, so that it can help us to feel better. Laughter relaxes our muscles. So, I mean, if you think about it, when you get anxious or nervous or angry about something, you tense, don't you? Most people end up tensing. Even if you don't realise it, suddenly you'll realise that your hand is screwed into a fist, or you might be grinding your teeth, or you know, that's another one, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Whereas with laughter, when you're laughing, it just relaxes all those muscles, takes those tensions out of it. It can help to reduce blood pressure because you're relaxing more, and help to get rid of the toxins that are in your body that we talked about earlier. So quickening up that release of those toxins rather than just dismissing them, but just quickening it up because of the effect it has on those systems. So I mean, what's not to like, really? About laughter?
I think I'm sold.
And how good it is for our mental well-being, I think. And in the therapy room, so if we bring it back, because I think most people will agree that laughter's good. People love to laugh.
We all feel better, don't we? We just feel better.
Yeah, we feel better when we do it. And so there's some of the reasons why we feel better. And in the therapy room, when people come in, we can explore that. We can explore things. And I'm sure that you probably do this anyway, but exploring what makes you laugh. I mean, I don't know about you, but I find that quite often clients will say, well, I can't remember what it's like to be happy. I don't feel happy. I can't remember the last time I did. I can't think of a happy time quite often. And that's real, and it's, people do feel that, don't they?
They definitely do.
It's very difficult. But I think you can start by thinking, well, what did you used to enjoy? Is there anything you can think of that you might enjoy? Would your circumstances be different?
Yes.
Who are the people that you can be around who would make you laugh? Who are the people that you like to be around? Have you watched any television programs or films recently that you've laughed at? Even if it's just a snigger or a little chuckle. Snigger or a chuckle. Are there any books? Do you laugh at books, or podcasts, listening to podcasts? I mean, anyone laugh at
listen to a podcast.
And what you'll find is the more you talk about things that make you laugh, the more you'll smile and the more you start to laugh. Yeah.
So the way you're explaining this to me, it feels like it's an extension of some of the things that perhaps I would do already, because absolutely right. We do put a lot of focus on, don't we, the things that we enjoy and make us happy.
Yeah.
Laughter is almost, I guess, like a physical step beyond that, or
Yes.
a manifestation of it. Would that be fair? Is that a fair
well,
way
it's the physical reaction, isn't it?
to those things that perhaps we do already.
Yeah.
And maybe you putting the focus on that feeling of joy and relaxation and happiness in a slightly different way than perhaps we would do more conventionally when we're working with clients.
Yeah, that's true. And then I guess in laughter therapy as well, we'll come to it. There's some different techniques that you can use as well to bring that out. So some of the approaches that I've used for a long time in hypnotherapy before I trained in laughter therapy would be regression. So within a trance state, regress to a time when you were happy or when you remember laughing, and regressing to that, and then just going through happy times rather than back to a traumatic event, for example, which I know is done a lot in therapy. And that can be done in a light or a deeper trance. You know, you can go back and have a look at, but just focusing in on the good memory, the happy memory. Yeah. Because some people will actually then be able to bring that to the fore because it's there subconsciously, but it's not there consciously.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that we experience quite a lot, I think, in our line of work.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's one of the saddest situations when actually when you say to someone, so when was the last time you were happy? And I think it's quite a difficult question to ask, isn't it? Because you can feel the pain in someone who's lost that connection to joy, to happiness and to laughter. And so a lot of what we do is trying to make that reconnect for people, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I do think that, I mean, regardless of what I'm saying here, I also think there is a lot of pressure on people these days to be happy. And I think it's really good to remember that happiness it's not a constant state of mind.
Absolutely.
And and not, not for anyone is it a constant state of mind. So just remembering that, and remembering and allowing yourself to feel all the other emotions as well, but also to be able to be at some time and in some moments in a happy place.
Yes.
It doesn't mean we have to go around with a big smile and have those jolly all the time, because life isn't like that. Life is up and down constantly. Yes. It's a roller coaster of emotions, and there are so many emotions out there that we can all feel and name differently. But I think as well, if you think you can't laugh, this is where this type of work comes in really helpfully. So
a really big disconnect from all the happy emotions, the happy feelings.
If you have someone in you think that you can't laugh at all, so anybody listening, and you don't know where to start to be able to laugh, then there's some exercises that you can do which will actually help you. And the good thing about laughing, but the great thing about laughing, is that once you start, it's quite difficult to stop. And even if you don't feel like it, it can become infectious because your body doesn't actually know that you're faking it.
Yeah, okay.
So that's a really key thing. The body doesn't know that this laughter that's coming through isn't real. So it reacts in the way it would react to what we'll term real laughter. Yeah. And therefore you're still getting the endorphins.
So it's a bit like one of my favourite, one of the things I say most often when I'm working with clients is your brain can't tell the difference between imagination and reality.
That's it.
And that's what you're talking about here, I guess, isn't it?
Exactly the same. Yeah. So you're going to have the same physiological responses that you would have, and that will help you to increase those good feelings. Yeah. So it's one of those things where we say it quite a lot, well, I certainly do say it, like fake it till you make it. Yes. And it's the same for laughter. So you can do certain exercises.
You keep saying that word. I'm wishing I'd read all the way through to the end of the script. Because I
read the script.
Well, okay, we don't have to call it a script.
You mean the basis on what we're going to talk about?
Okay, yeah, let's go for it. I feel I should have maybe done a little bit more.
So you just read laughter therapy and thought, oh, Angela knows all about that.
I read laughter therapy, knew that you'd done this training and thought, so I'm just ad-libbing and, prompting here. And I've just got a feeling I've got a bit more of an active role coming up, haven't I? Okay, makes note.
We don't have
Makes
to
note
do
to be
them.
more thorough, but probably won't.
Why change the habit in a lifetime?
Oh, yes.
So there are things that you can do. One of the things that you can do is, which I think this is a really quite an amusing one myself, which is try silent laughing.
Oh, you're going to make me
So-
on camera now. You're going to make me do silent laughing on camera.
I know, but how long can you silently laugh for? That's my question. So,
See, you're not very silent.
no, I'm not a silent laugher.
No,
But you're
there's a
trying,
very
you see.
strong urge, isn't there?
Very
Very
strong
strong urge to start making a noise and to express it in a more
Yeah.
verbal way, isn't it? So I could
There
feel it. It's like a pressure to do it, isn't it? You do it now. Come on.
I can't.
You're making me do it. Let's try.
I did try then.
Oh, was that both of us trying? I was so distracted by my own need to make a noise. Again, totally in character.
There we go. So, what else can you do? So we can just start laughing. So even if you don't feel like it, if you stand there, we could do two of these together actually. If you put your hand on your
Can we
tummy,
sit here and put our hands on our tummy?
put our hands on our tummy.
Okay, you can't see
Okay.
this obviously because of the table, but we are putting our hands on our
down here
tummy.
on the tummy.
Yeah.
And then just start laughing. So ho ho ho.
Is it Christmas?
It could be.
Ho ho ho. Is that right?
Or ha ha ha. You see, you can't stop. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. You can feel it in your belly.
Right.
You can't stop laughing.
So it's quite high pitched, wasn't it? Yeah, but there's a lower versions there. Oh, I can't find it. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, that's good. Keep
You
going.
can feel that in your stomach muscles,
Yeah, you can
can't
feel
you?
it, can't you?
Yeah, you definitely can feel that in your muscles as you do it, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
You may be surprised to know
So
I've
the
got any
more
muscles,
the
but
more
yes.
you do this, the
Mhm.
more you will start, and the more infectious it gets, and the
Okay.
more it can help you.
You do it with
those
somebody else,
feelings.
it's hilarious, isn't it?
It is. Well, that's one of the things I was going to say. Find a friend, find something you can do it with, and if you can't do it, do it in the mirror.
Yeah.
Just you watch yourself in the mirror doing it,
Yeah.
because that is also very, very funny.
And sometimes that feels a little bit safer, doesn't it? If you're not sure or you don't feel confident in these things, to do it in front of the mirror is actually a really safer starting point for all of
safer.
these things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely ask a friend. If you've got a friend that you think would help you out, then ask them to do it with you.
Okay.
The other thing you can do is play a song, like your
Oh.
favourite song,
Important is music to our feelings.
and laugh to the tune of that song.
Oh, can you give me an example?
So, Happy Birthday, for instance.
Are you going to really do this? Am I? She said, watch me. Oh, God, just hold on.
That's even better with a friend. There you go, you see.
Okay.
So you can laugh, you can do that.
How did that make you feel? I understand that made me laugh.
What made me laugh? I was properly laughing,
Were you
before
laughing
I'd
at
even got
me
to
laughing
the
or
best-
laughing at you? Happy birthday.
Oh, I'm laughing at me, happy birthday, laughing. I've done all of this on my own.
In front of the mirror.
I don't need a mirror.
Okay.
So these are just things that you can do. And the other one, I'd say the probably one as well, is try laughing like that for 10 seconds, 20
Okay.
seconds,
Yeah.
30 seconds, building it up so that you...
So start small, but with the aim to increase
Yeah.
the period of time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I mean, in all seriousness, these really are techniques that you can use to
Mhm.
help you feel better.
Yeah.
We're laughing because it is quite funny when
Yes.
you're doing it.
And also we make each other laugh. but
Yeah, we laugh a lot.
I
anyway.
try not to distract you. Do you think you could just give us a recap of those techniques? I'm a little bit worried that some of that did get lost in the noise of us finding each other hilarious. Is that okay?
Yeah,
And I'll
that's
try.
fine.
I'll try not to react.
You try not to
Yeah. In
react.
fact, I might even have to look away.
Are you expecting me to do them? No.
Well,
No.
whatever would be
So you
helpful
can-
for our listeners and watchers.
Viewers.
Yes.
So set a timer. Start by setting a
Yeah.
timer. and building up the amount you laugh. Because the other thing to say is you're probably going to feel a bit silly. You know, this is the first time you do this, you're going to feel silly because that's how it feels. It
felt a bit odd. That's how it felt to me. I was like, whoa, okay. I mean, I'm going to go with it, aren't I? But it does feel a little bit strange.
It does, and that's why it's probably, if you're worried about what other people will think, is to do this on your own to begin with, because you can do it on your own. No one's around, no one can see you and see how you get on. But persevere with it. One thing I would say is don't sit there with your hand on your belly and just have a go and do a ha 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 ha. No, that's rubbish. It doesn't work. You have to persevere with it, because your body needs to understand what's going on and think, oh, we're laughing here, to actually get all of that moving, all of that going. So do that. So that's one of them. That is so that you can feel it. Actually, you can feel the muscles tensing and relaxing in your stomach. You can feel that you're really having a physiological reaction to the laughter. Ask a friend to laugh with you. See who can laugh the loudest. You know, have a little competition to see which of you can laugh the loudest. And believe me, you'll probably end up in absolute hysterics. And I remember when I had my very first full-time job, which was in a bank. So it's very sensible. Back in those days, you weren't allowed to laugh at all. You just weren't. You had to put your head down and get on. And I had a friend who worked there with me, and she used to pick the phone up, ring me on the internal extension. I'd pick it up, very, very professional. She'd say, "Don't laugh," and put the phone down. And that naughty. And the control I had to have not to be laughing, or to be seen to be laughing by the management, was we used to.
What did you go? Wrong number?
Wrong.
Or did you drop her in?
No, usually I just started laughing, because that's me, and I do laugh quite a lot. So, try the laughing silently. I mean, that was a good example of having to laugh silently, but it not always going well.
And it's funny, isn't it? Your shoulders will then kick in if you try to do that.
Yeah, that's exactly it, isn't it? You have that physiological bodily reaction to that trigger. Yeah.
The effort of maybe as well, just the pure effort of trying not to make that noise. There has to be some other reaction.
There's an outlet for it, isn't there? And so just try, pretend that you're enjoying yourself, even if you're not. You know, do the pretending of the laughter, and laugh to music. You know, make up a laughing song, or put on a song that would make you laugh. That's another thing. So, you know, there's lots of different things.
Maybe
Monty Python. Lots of younger people say things like Baby Shark.
Younger people?
Yeah, well, a lot younger than me. I don't even know how Baby Shark goes, to be honest. But I've heard it several times in my therapy room as a tune that makes them laugh or makes them smile.
So I guess what you're saying really is try and experiment with different ways and find the one that really works well for you.
Yeah, do that, and also just persevere with it, because it's like anything. You know, you can give up after 2 or 3 chuckles if you want to. If you think it's not working, but actually it's not going to work unless you put a little bit of effort into it to make it work. Yeah. So
it's like many things in life, isn't it? You absolutely have to give things a fair go, don't you? Not be dismissive straight away.
You do.
Yeah.
But the fact is, the physiological side of this will come even if you're faking laughter. Yeah. Because that is what happens. Your body doesn't know that it's a fake laughter.
Yeah. And so you get all the benefits.
Yes. Yeah. So it's great. I thoroughly recommend it.
Okay, so have you had an opportunity since you've done the training to actually use it in real life?
I have, yeah.
So you and I goofing around a little bit today, aren't we? Surprise!
Yeah.
But so
it's good.
Any real sort of examples or illustrations of?
Well, just that I can't think there's any particular one thing that stands out, just that people have found the benefit of actually being able to do this even when they're feeling quite low.
Yes.
That it's something that they bring into their routine of, maybe I'll just do that for a couple of minutes and see how I feel, and yes, actually it makes me feel better. You know, I'm feeling not so low now, not so low at all.
and I have no trouble going into it at all. And again, just because of the work that we do more generally around positivity with clients, and that just as long as the person wants to feel a benefit or find an improvement, and there's never been a time where they haven't been able to achieve that. So I have no trouble believing. I have no trouble believing. I have no trouble doubting. I have no trouble believing that this would work in reality, because again, I just know from my own personal experience, if someone wants to feel better and is willing to make a change, then the change is always there. It's always accessible, isn't it?
I could also say that years ago, when I worked in the NHS, I did an away day took my team on an away day. And one of the ladies that I came in was a lady who did, at that time it was called, what she did was called laughter yoga.
Oh,
and I thought, that'd be good fun.
Yeah.
So she came in and did that with us. It's laughter yoga workshop it was. And it was hilarious. It was the funniest thing that we've done. But half the people in the team were very, oh God, I don't think I want to do this. I don't think I want to join in with this. This sounds rubbish. I think nerves, because of looking silly, being self-conscious. The others took to it like ducks to water. But at the end of it, and still to this day, when I see people who were involved in that, that is the thing they remember. When I see people who were part of that team, they'll say, "Oh, do you remember when we did that laughter workshop?" And I say, "Yeah, I do. It was hilarious. It was really, really funny." At the end of it, we were all laid down on the grass in like a clock, looking like a clock there, with all our feet facing outwards, all our heads in the middle, just laughing our heads off. So it really, and that was very much like this, but obviously this is more in a therapeutic environment, but it was the same type of techniques that she was using.
I think all the things you talked about, the example you just given, doing it with a team in previous life or doing it with a friend, I think it also reinforces, doesn't it, another thing that we talk about quite often, it's that need that we all need for connection.
Human connection.
With other people, and that's not having that connection, or it can cause so many problems. So I think, I'm going off a little bit of a tangent, but I think that's a really good example there, isn't it? Just in terms of how we all need to feel connected. And then the joy that we as human beings can gain from that, and that connection, that feeling.
Very important.
Okay.
So there we go. That's our deep delve into laughter therapy.
Well, I haven't done the training, so obviously I won't be using it directly, but I think there's always
there are things you can use.
I think there's absolutely there are things that you can learn. So that's really good. I like laughter therapy. I think we are always able to find the joy, aren't we?
We are. We try hard though.
But like other people, you do have to dig deep sometimes for it. So I think all of these things can be really helpful for that, can't they? So I've enjoyed that. I don't know what else I expected, really.
Who knows?
All things are possible. Yeah. Okay,
so shall we end as we always do, Karen?
Okay. And I'm not going to flinch from this at all. I'm going to have a really grown-up response. I'm going to have a really grown-up response.
What's been brilliant for you? What's been great for you over the last week or so?
Okay, what's been good for me? I went to the seaside at the weekend with some friends. That was really nice. Just did a proper old British day out at the seaside.
Did you have an ice cream or fish and chips?
Fish and chips, slot machines.
Oh.
Yeah. Obviously may have been one or two drinks in a rooftop bar as well, looking out to sea. Not sure how traditional that is, but I think that will probably resonate with a lot of people, won't it? So that was really nice. Again, there's always one that's slightly weird, isn't it? I have started painting my fence. I think we discussed that, and you noticed as you walked up my garden path.
Yeah.
So it's not like an obviously good thing, but it is good in the sense that I've known it needed doing for a long time, and now I'm doing it. And once you start, you are always going to finish, aren't you? So that's been good as well. And I'm also really happy that we started doing these again as well.
Too.
So, 3 things.
We've been talking about it for a while, haven't we?
Well, about 16 months. And here we are.
We're back on it.
Doing something else. So yeah, there's always something to be happy about, and also now I know about laughter therapy. So.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
Oh, what about me?
It's a big question. I'll narrow it down. What's been good?
What's been good? Well, I also have painted my garden fence.
Oh.
It took me a month.
Yeah, you've got more fence panels than me, though. Come on, be fair.
It took a while, but I was so pleased with it at the end.
Yeah.
It looks lovely. I'm really chuffed to bits with it.
And you're satisfied that you've done a job, haven't you?
Yeah, really satisfied.
Okay, good. I like it.
And had some lovely friends down at the weekend, which was nice. Haven't seen them for ages.
Okay, so a bit of connection, human connection. Yeah.
Lots of laughter and lots of fun. It
Good.
was really nice to see them. So that was good. And I've just booked, as I was telling you earlier, I've just booked to go for afternoon tea with my mum and my sister and one of my mum's friends.
Okay.
For my mum's 80th birthday, which was last September.
Better late than never. Afternoon tea. That's a very British thing as well, isn't it?
It's a very British thing.
Yeah. Okay.
But, so I'm really looking forward
How
to
nice.
that.
So will
really
what
lovely.
scones? Are you anticipating scones or scones? I don't know, depending on where you're from.
I don't mind either.
As long as you have them. I don't care how you say it.
What I did do when I booked it was I booked a mixture of afternoon tea and then what they call a high tea.
Oh.
So that's the one that's got the cheese scones in it.
Oh, cheese scones.
Which I love.
Cheese scones for a long time, actually.
One of my absolute favourites.
So it's, I mean, normally you would get sandwiches and cake, wouldn't you?
Oh, we get that as well.
So, okay, so is there a bit more of a savoury twist?
Well, that's the savoury one, you see. So
Okay.
you've still got the sandwiches and cakes, but you've got the savoury scones.
Right, okay.
So
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's all in.
It sounds
All
splendid.
So it'll be absolutely wonderful.
Happy belated birthday to
To
your
my
mother. We're only nearly a
She's
year
got another-
late, aren't we?
she's got another
It's
one
nearly
in.
her next birthday.
It's only about 3
She's
weeks.
September as well, isn't she?
Yeah, very
we're both
beginning.
September children, aren't we? So, yeah. So, you're just getting her 80th and you're planning her 81st.
Yeah.
So. I don't know if she watches this. Will she mind us talking about how old she is?
I don't know. I don't think she watches.
Okay.
But I might show it to her.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll
Well,
see.
it's too late now
We'll see
anyway,
what
isn't it? Because
happens.
we've done it. So, sorry, Sancha. Or do I
She
mean?
won't mind.
Sorry, not sorry, Sancha.
Sorry, not sorry. Happy birthday.
Your lovely mum. Happy birthday to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so we've done our what's been good. We've started again now, haven't we? So
We have, and I
have
think
we decided what we're going to do next, or should we surprise ourselves?
we were talking about maybe doing performance, weren't we? So
Yeah.
we might do
Yeah,
performance.
why not? I think.
Have a
that
think
sounds
about it.
okay.
And there's something else that's more
Yeah,
interesting.
I mean, might be
coming up.
something, who knows?
And then
One of
we'll
us
do
might go, I
that.
don't want to do that. We'll do that next time. Can we do? That's
Yeah.
quite possible too, isn't it?
And we're all right like that. We're flexible.
Yeah,
We don't mind.
well, we please ourselves, don't we? Really.
We
At
do.
that point in life where we do what we
Yeah,
want to do,
we
really,
do.
don't we? And isn't it lovely?
But I hope you found that interesting, and I hope that you can maybe, I don't know, use some of the techniques and tools when you're at home on your own.
I think it's about finding time to try and do things that make us feel a bit happier.
Yeah.
And this is
Totally.
another thing that people can try to
Yeah.
do that, can't they? You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
and we're both really in favour of that, aren't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, well, it's been
So-
nice to see you.
Yeah. Thanks very much for listening and watching.
Yeah, we'll be back soon.
And we'll be back soon. Bye for now.